is expected and greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and join us in honoring America and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First, for the Mayville Cardinals. Number 5, Megan Shellpfeffer. Number 10, Aaliyah Houston. Number 11, Rihanna Zimmer. Number 13, Morgan Clark. And number 14, Jenna Pasbrig. The Cardinals are coached by John Schultz and Jim Drinkwine.
I'd like to welcome you in here tonight to the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. It's the WIAA Division III playoffs getting underway tonight for the WLA Vikings. After finishing off the first undefeated girls varsity basketball season in program history, the Vikings look to keep the 19-game winning streak intact tonight at home. They welcome in the Mayville Cardinals for the first round of regional action, or semifinal round of regional action. Mayville finished second last in the conference with a 2-10 mark and find themselves a regional semifinal thanks to a 20-point win on Tuesday against Campbellsport. Welcome into Winnebago Lutheran Academy. I'm Jordan King taking you through tonight's action. We'll meet the starters for the Cards in just a second. But first, the starters for your Vikings.
Sophomore guard, number 2, Kiera Shea.
Senior guard, number 4, Riley Lair.
Senior forward, number 22, Kaylee Fry.
Senior guard, number 23, Elena Supernand.
Senior guard, number 25, Geneva Hewitt.
There you go. That's starting 5 for the Vikings. Once again, 2 Shea, 4 Lair, 22 Fry, 23 Supernand, 25 Geneva Hewitt. 4 seniors and a sophomore for the Vikings. Going for the Cardinals, Megan Shellpfeffer, Aaliyah Houston, Brianna Zimmer, Morgan Clark, and Jenna Pasbrig. That's 3 seniors and 2 juniors for the Cardinals. So again, want to welcome you in here, regional semifinal action from the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. And the top-seeded Vikings in this regional, second-seeded Springs tonight taking on North Fond du Lac. Winners of these 2 games will play tomorrow. There's a turnover quickly. Shea has the steal up to Hewitt. Hewitt with a couple of big steps and finishes it for the Vikings, so a good start for them. And Mayville back the other way. Here's Houston. Dribbling into the corner, gets it to Zimmer. Zimmer, the leading scorer for these Cardinals. This is the 3rd meeting as Hewitt steps into passing lane and finishes it. 4 quick for Geneva Hewitt. She's the reigning player of the year in the Flyway Conference. Vikings still for the second season in a row. Hewitt last season was the scoring champ in the Flyway. This season, the Vikings still have the scoring champ. It's not Hewitt, it is Elena Supernan. That is Fry tipping one out, and it was last off of Mayville Cardinal. That was Pasbrig. So a good start if you're the Vikings, starting off 4-0 and with the basketball. Less than a minute into this one, and you can take care of business tonight, keep the legs fresh for the back-to-back that is forthcoming tomorrow. That would obviously be nice. Here's a Supernan three. Her first shot rattles around and out. Good rebound by Pasbrig and gets it straight to Zimmer. Zimmer up this right side of the court, now going to slow it up, give it to the top of the key. This is Houston. Backdoor cut from Shelfeffer, not found. Houston's going to drive instead. She's blocked by Shea. Foul. I think she got her on the body. So Houston to the line. First team foul for the Vikings.
Vikings foul number 2, Kiara Shea, her first, team's first.
First free throw off the front edge for Houston. Houston averages 7 points a game. And the second one rattles around and falls for Houston. So the Cards are on the board. It's 4-1. Took them 3 possessions, but got going. They had no problem scoring the other night. As I said, 73 points. And Hewitt's got all 7 for the Vikings. She hits that left corner 3. And Hewitt's scoring numbers have dipped a couple of points from last season on a per-game basis. Hewitt gets the rebound here. She averages 13.1 points per game. Shea's running the floor as she always does. Misses that one. Offensive board to Fry. Fry misses that one. Strong gets her own rebound and goes up. Hammered, and the foul. Count the basket for Kaylee Fry. 9-1 with a chance to get to double figures within 2 minutes of this game for the Vikes.
Foul number 14, Jenna Pasbrig, her first, team's first.
And that's short, but 4 Cardinals were sleeping on the rebound. It was rebounded by Supernan. She missed it as well. Good rebound that time from Zimmer, straight out to Houston. Houston running the floor, has it tipped by Fry. Check that was Lair. And it's steal secured by Hewitt. Here's Lair, corner 3. Yes, sir! If Riley Lair starts to heat up in the postseason, look out. That's going to force a Mayville timeout. 30 seconds, 12-1. Couldn't have asked for a better start if you were the Vikings. We'll take it with them on WLA TV.
We have a 30-second timeout called by the Cardinals.
So 12-1 lead for the Vikings. Mayville will inbound it. This is Train, who's into the game for the Cards. She came in for Shelfeffer. And Zimmer down the lane, spins, and that's tipped away by the Vikes. Should stay here, it will. Lobbed in, and Shea gets her hand on it. Shea just 5'3", sophomore. And somehow tipped that one, although I don't think Train has an inch on her at all. That's blocked by Hewitt. And off of Houston last, so back to the Vikes it goes. After the regional round, should the Vikings win tonight and win tomorrow, obviously, you got a lot of basketball to play between now and then, but just letting you know how this postseason works in case you haven't figured it out. Supernan misses that. Houston with the rebound straight up ahead, and Mayville will initiate another offensive possession with Zimmer in the paint. She's fouled and heads to the free throw line, but they'll reseed them. in the sectional. Sectional includes number 9 Oostburg and number 3 Howards Grove. Vikes up to number 2 in Division 3.
Superman, her first, team second.
First free throw from Rihanna Zimmer, a little bit strong. She'll get the second here. And the second one rattles around and won't go down. Supernand with a strong rebound. So, you know, you'll think number 2 in the state, Vikes, certainly, right? The number 1 seed in the sectional, should they beat the winner of Springs, should they beat Mayville tonight, and should they beat the winner of Springs North Fondy tomorrow, they're going to get Zimmer on this foul and send Fry to the free throw line. Fry's second trip tonight. She's 0 for 2 now. Had the end one opportunity earlier. Second one looked good, but it was short once again. Supernan got the rebound. Fry tips this one out, and it's off Mayville last. So more offensive rebounding, or defensive rebounding if you're a Cardinal fan, issues for them. Supernand underneath, looks for an open teammate. Gonna try to lob it into Shea. She does so. Shea crosses over, goes down the lane, kicks it out to Lair. Lair fires one in there. That was a tough pass to handle, and Pasbreg got the steal. Houston into the front court. Near side, this is Clark. Down to the corner, Zimmer tries to lob it in. They got that matchup on Shea in the corner, on the block, didn't take advantage. Houston's gonna drive here. Get blocked by Hewitt. Kick it out. Pasbreg, 3 on the way. This one misses short. And down with the rebound is Supernand. Supernand into the front court. She crosses over behind the back pass to Kiera Shea. Shea finishes. Beautiful play by the Vikes. 14-1. And you can talk all you want about how good the Vikings have been offensively, and they have been good. Pasbreg finishes that one. 6'1" senior for the Cards. Her first points of the ball game. But it all starts on the defensive end, at least in my opinion. Here's Supernan down the lane, gets a couple of steps and hits that reverse layup. Tough shot at the rim, but she got it to go. And it remains a 13-point lead for the Vikes. Here's Houston on this near side. Loops it over, and it ends up with Zimmer on the block. She's blocked by Supernand. Lair gets the rebound. Supernand straight up to the floor. Over to Fry. Fry finishes, and she has 4. Vikes have 18. It's 18-3. But Zimmer goes down the lane, blocked by Fry. The Vikings pushing in transition. Can't get my thought out here. And here's Shea in the corner. She's going to take the long jumper. Miss that one. It's tipped out by Fry. No, they're going to say Pasbreg last. So keep it with the Vikings. Peyton Chemnitz, Hallie Keifenheim, Siri Kuski in for the Vikes. But I was talking about the seeding for the sectional round. When you're the 2 seed, or number 2 ranked team in the state, and of course this is a coach's poll, so you do the best you can if you're the coaches, but you're not seeing everyone play. You never know. When the number 3 team in the state is also in your sectional, it's no guarantee that you're going to be the one. So obviously it'd be great for the Vikes this year, as sectional rounds played all the way till state on your home floor. So until you get to state, and then they branch off to either lacrosse or Oshkosh, you get the sectional round at home. So if you're the 1 seed, take care of business. You can play at home all the way till you clinch a trip to the state semifinals. So be interesting to see what happens should the Vikes get a pair of wins. Good start tonight if they're going to get the win tonight. They're up 18-3. Here's Shelfeffer. Check that. That was Train who bounced it underneath, and there's a foul. Hannah Wolf, who's a 5'10 freshman, spun underneath, and she was fouled by Peyton Chemnitz. Good to see Chemnitz back out there. Missed a couple of games, but good to have her back for Coach Strafnagel's squad. That free throw short for Wolf. Second one also short. Rebound down once again to Supernand. And she'll throw that one away. Stolen by Schellpfeffer. Schellpfeffer crosses over down the lane, up with the right hand, finishes. That's a good take for Megan Schellpfeffer. And the senior's got her first points of the ball game. 13-point lead remains for the Vikings. Nice backdoor cut from Hallie Keifenheim, found by Chemnitz, but Hallie can't finish it at the rim. Terrific backdoor cut, though, by the senior. Schellpfeffer picks it up near half court, gives it to Houston. Houston operating on that far right side. Kicks it back out, top of the key, Schellpfeffer. Nice cut into Train. That goes off the hands of Houston, and back to the Vikings goes the basketball. Just over 12 minutes to play here in this first half as Supernand trots across the timeline and receives it back from Kuski. She fires up a three. This one's well long. Rebounded, though, on the weak side from Keifenheim. Here's Supernand back, top of the key. Dribble drive, kicks it. Keifenheim, three. Missed this one, just a touch off to the left. Somehow Kuski tips it to herself, gets it out to Chemnitz. Underneath, Kuski finishes. That was beautiful basketball. It was tapped out, offensive rebound got by Shea. She kicked it out to Chemnitz, and in one motion, Peyton Chemnitz caught it and passed it underneath. No one knew what happened, including me. Couldn't hardly tell who that was intended for, and then Siri Kuski pops up underneath, and they end up with the basketball. Another stop for the Vikes as well. Coach Schaffnagel's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. It's a 15-point lead for the Vikes. And the 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this.
Following the Vikings timeout, back in the game for the Cardinals, number 4, Josie Bolter, and number 4, Riley Lair.
Out of that timeout, and I think Coach Schaffnagel took it when Supernand was on one leg trying to avoid falling out of bounds. She saved it. Here's Keifenheim trying another three. That's kind of her spot. She missed both of those, but both of them were close, and if she, she does bring that to the table. Three-point specialist, very much so. Here's Schellpfeffer. Top of the key, this is Belter into the game. She turns, gives back to Schellpfeffer. Underneath to Houston. Houston, nice bounce pass underneath to Wolf. Wolf can't get that one to go. Tipped out by Hewitt. Here's Houston. Belter, Schellpfeffer. Mayville's gotten some good looks. They got to start finishing them a little bit. Here's Houston in the middle of the paint. She loses control. Good defense by Siri Kuski. So Hewitt into the front court. She's having a nice game so far. Scored the first 7 for the Vikings. Hasn't scored since then, but has spent some time on the bench. Obviously, you're trying to avoid having too much of that. Yeah, just avoid as much fatigue as you can tonight. Kuski short on that 3. Chemnitz couldn't save it. Kuski hasn't hit a 3 yet this season, but she's got that range. Been close on a handful, which is all she shot. She's not firing up a ton of threes a game. There's other reasons for that. Nice pass underneath. Pazbrigg finishes that. She's got 4. Vikes as a team have hit 106 threes this season, so it is in their locker, but generally it's the Geneva Hewitts, the Elena Supernands, obviously Riley Lair, who has it right now, gets it underneath, and a block. Pazbrigg blocks it. Kuski tried to go up with it, and Jenna Pazbrigg was right there and emphatically tossed that one back out of bounds. Mayville's starting to settle in here. It's Lair underneath, and it's tipped away by Schellpfeffer. Good defense by her. Like I said, I mean, if you're just tuning in and you're seeing 20-7, you're probably thinking, and the Vikes have dominated to a certain extent so far as Lair lobs into Fry. Fry finishes. That's a tough finish in the middle of the paint. 22-7. But A lot of this was before Mayville even blinked. It was like 14-1, 16-1, something like that. So Mayville has settled into this a little bit. See if they can make a little run as we tick about halfway into this first half. Here's Wolf. Wolf trying to take Hewitt on the drive. Instead kicks it back out to Shelfeffer, and she will drive against Siri Kuski. Shelfeffer ends up underneath, gives it to Wolf. Wolf into the middle of the paint, has it poked away. That was Hewitt who got her hand on it, and Ella Beertzer, who just came into the game, got the steal. Hewitt to Beertzer, looks underneath, and Kaylee Fry was not looking back at it. And an unforced error for the Vikes. Here's Belter into the front court. Houston. Houston's gotten to the rim on a couple of dribble drives here this evening. And she has it top of the key right now. Drives against Beertzer. Now it's Shelfeffer who drives baseline. Good defense by Kuski once again. That gets a round of applause from Coach Supernand. And Houston has it out top. She'll reset. Belter this near left side, working on Riley Lair. Lair's got her hands up, making that pass just ever so tough for Belter to try to get it inside. And it's a small detail, but it's something that really does make a difference. Nice move underneath by Pasbrigg once again. She has 6 points, leads the Cardinals, and is second among all scorers tonight. Pasbrigg's shown a couple of moves off underneath the basket on the block. That's a dangerous pass from Kuski, but collected by Fry to Beertzer in the corner. She's going to try a corner three. This one rattles around, no good. Offensive rebound once again for Fry, tipped out, and good defense from Pasbrigg. And then she tipped it out to Belter. Here's Houston. .750, and Houston just a little careless there, and she drug her pivot foot. So Vikings and Cardinals trade unforced errors. Vikings up by 13, so you can afford to do that a little bit more than Mayville can. Talking about trading turnovers. Beertzer, top of the key, now high post. Hey, there you go. Kaylee Fry's got that mid-range jumper going. That'd be great for the playoffs if she can get that consistently falling. Here's a drive once again, and get a travel first. Instead, it was Morgan Clark who got underneath. I think she was fouled, but did drag that pivot foot first. So Supernand will give it to Shea, and Shea will initiate the offense, trotting into the front court across that giant Viking logo. Here's Fry at the high post, hands off to Shea. Supernand, nice cut by Fry, and Supernand found her. I don't know if it was a concerted effort to get the ball to Kaylee Fry, but she's got 10. Leads all scorers tonight. Shea in the backcourt, stole it from Belter, and she finishes. And Shea's got 4. Here is Shelfeffer. Shelfeffer drives. Kind of dribbled it off her own foot. It's stolen by Maddie Lair. Maddie has it poked away, that time by Clark. Here's Zimmer down the lane. Blocked. Yes, sir. That is Geneva Hewitt underneath. And running the break are the Vikings. Ends up in the hands once again of Kaylee Fry from Supernand. Fry's got 12. Supernand's only got 2, but she's got to have about 5 or 6 assists here in this first half. Full timeout from Mayville, and the Vikes just like that lead this one by 21 points. Full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Right here on WLA TV. Stay with us. out of that Mayville full timeout, and Vikings on one nice run here. It is an 8-0 run for WLA. Shea's got her hands on the ball again defensively. Down the lane she goes, and she finishes. Might as well, I'll never advocate not trying, but you're not going to catch her if she's in the open court. That's for sure. Here's Shelfeffer, Belter, who's getting the Shea treatment right now. Not much better here for Clark, who's got Maddie Lair on her. Down the lane goes Zimmer, and there's a foul, I believe, on Hewitt. Hewitt went swatting at the ball and going to whistle the foul on her. Oh, they're going to get Fry instead. Just the first on her, so that's not a big deal. Zimmer to the line. First one misses off to the right. Second trip for Zimmer. She's 0 for 3. And the second one rattles home. So that's the first point of the night for Rihanna Zimmer. Zimmer averages 11 per night. Leading scorer for the Cardinals. Fry hands off to Shea. Shea to Supernand. Supernand looking for a cutting Fry once again. Instead goes top of the key, Hewitt. Hewitt hands off, Supernand. Underneath the screen goes Mayville. Into the basket goes the basketball. That's what happens when you go underneath a ball screen for Elena Supernand. She hits threes. 35-10. Lead out to 25 points. Vikes switch on that. Shea's now guarding Shelfeffer. She tips this one away. And Shea's into the open front court. And up with the left hand that side. And finishes. Now Hewitt gets another deflection in the backcourt. And you can just feel the intensity for the Vikes being turned up. It's tangible. Lair and Chemnitz back into the game for the Vikes. Lair almost got to that one. Houston has it. Near side, Zimmer going to drive the lane. Good defense that time from Peyton Chemnitz. Gets tapped around and ends up in the hands of Hewitt. Hewitt into the front court. She kicks it out. This is Lair. Lair top of the key. Chemnitz underneath. Wide open is Maddie Lair, and that one rattles home for the junior. What a great find from Peyton Chemnitz. She's got 2 of those now. 2 phenomenal assists. .9 lead for the top-seeded Vikings, at least in this regional. Here's Zimmer. Zimmer's going to fire away a 3. Hit it. Good shot there, Rihanna Zimmer. She's got 4 now. And there's about 4 minutes left here in this first half. Maddie Lair gets open in the corner, kicks it out, Shea. Shea crosses over into the paint, kicks it out, Riley Lair, top of the key. Lair spins, gets open. Oh, thought she might pull the trigger. Instead, she cuts to the basket, give and go with Shea, and she finishes. Riley Lair has 5, and a great give and go with Kiera Shea. And gonna get a shoe tying timeout here.
Back in the game for the Vikings, number 10, Siri Kuski.
Lead stands at 28 for the Vikes. And Kuski in for Hewitt. So Fry, Hewitt, Supernand all getting breaks at this point. Starters Shea and Lair still in the ball game. That's a lobbed pass looking for Wolf. Nice job. Chemnitz saves it. Lair feeds it to the other Lair. Riley to Maddie. And now Shea picks it up on the WLA logo. Chemnitz has it top of the key. Gives it to Lair. Cross-court pass to Kuski. Kuski finds herself in the paint. Kicks it out. Shea, long 2. This one misses off to the left. Good rebound by Zimmer. Zimmer wants to run. She crosses over into the front court. Kuski beats her to the spot. It was tipped away by Shea. Wolf can't finish underneath. Good transition defense by both Siri Kuski and Kiera Shea. And this gets tipped around a couple of times, and it's going to end up with a Peyton Chemnitz foul.
Vikings foul number 33, Peyton Chemnitz, their second, team's 5th. Back in the game for
Ella
Vikings,
Beertz are in
number
for
13,
Kiera Shea. We'll see at halftime if I can find maybe a score on that Springs Lamira or North Fondy game. North Fondy knocked off Lamira. That misses from Zimmer. Another close three there for Brianna Zimmer. And Chemnitz looked like she carried, no whistle. And it's going to stay with the Vikings on the deflection.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 14, Jenna Pasbrig.
Pasbrig will return for the Cards. And she'll come in for the freshman Wolf. Maddie Lair to inbound. Going to run Riley Lair off a couple of screens. Instead, it's Beertzer getting open. Corner three on the way. Hit it. Ella Beertzer's first points of the night comes with a three-pointer. And the lead's over 30. It's 31-point lead, 44-13. Top of the key, Houston. Houston to Zimmer. Zimmer has it poked away by Lair, and they're going to get a foul there. Sixth team foul for the Vikings.
Vikings foul number 4, Riley Lair, her first, team 6. Back in the game for the Vikings, number 5, Hallie Keifenheim.
And Keifenheim will replace Lair. So all 5 starters out of the game now for the Vikings. We'll see what this first 5 off the bench can do. That taken in by Clark and ends up being tied up. Good hustle by Clark on the offensive glass to at least get a tie-up with Hallie Keifenheim. And Maddie Lair will trot into the front court with the 31-point lead. Lair, fall away jumper, hit it. Maddie Lair's got 4 points. Lair, if Shea ever gets in foul trouble, that's when Lair becomes extremely valuable to this team, as she usually steps out there onto the floor and takes whoever Shea's guarding, which is usually the primary ball handler for the opponent. You're talking the point guard or the off guard if they're a dynamic player. Saw that with Haley Renz of Laconia. But if Shea ever gets in foul trouble, that assignment turns into Maddie Lair's. Here's Keifenheim. This three just a little bit strong. Offensive board, though, to Beertzer. Out to Chemnitz. That time, Chemnitz tried to get it in. It would have been her 3rd assist of the evening, but it was read by Clark well, and she got in the passing lane. Here's Clark in the offensive end. Zimmer. Houston. Houston turns, kicks it out. Top of the key. Clark down the lane. Bounce pass to Pasbrig. She's the leading scorer tonight, and she hits that one. Long 2. And the Vikes going to take a 30-second timeout. So there you go. Vikes just trying to get Becky Honecker in. There was what looked to be a little bit of an eye roll from the Mayville coach that there's timeouts for substitutions, but it is a 31-point game at this point. So minute 15 left here in the first half. After that jumper, Pasbrig has 8 for the Cardinals. Here's Maddie Lair. And they'll get an offensive foul they'll find somewhere in there. 7th team foul for the Vikings. 2 team fouls for Mayville. And Siri Kuski, who is sliding on the screen, I think is what they were saying. And we'll take under a minute here in the first half. Here's Pasbrig at the free throw line, kicks it out. Clark 3 on the way, looks good, it's strong. Offensive rebound to Zimmer, and Zimmer's fouled by Keifenheim. Heads to the free throw line. Well, the Vikings should be fine if not everyone fouls out. I think they got enough players for that. First one short for Zimmer. And the second one good for Zimmer. So it's a 30-point lead for the Vikes. They have been whistled for 80% of the fouls here in this first half. And Clark gets her hand on that one as Lair tries to cross over. And Mayville trying to turn up the intensity. Here's Beertzer. Wraparound bounce pass to Lair. That one's kicked out by Zimmer, so it'll stay with the Vikings with 36.6 seconds left in the first half. Lair has it, looks in. That's a dangerous pass. Beertzer gets to it, tips it. Good defense by Shellpfeffer. Here's Becky Honecker. Bounce pass to the high post. That's Kuski down underneath to the block to Beertzer. She whips an underhand pass to Kuski, who gives it to Honecker once again. Here's Lair. Honecker. And we're under 20 seconds to play in the half. Honecker goes down the lane. She's fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line.
Cardinals foul number 14, Jenna Pasbury, for second. Team's third.
Third team foul for the Cards. First one for Honecker hits the back edge of the iron and out. Oh, but the second one rattles home for Becky Honecker. And we'll see the last 14 seconds or so of this first half on this possession. Houston down the lane, misses that one strong. Got straight to the rim but couldn't finish it. Here's Honecker. She's got to shoot it. She will shoot it. Missed off to the right. And that'll do it here for the first half. Vikes are going to take a 31-point lead into halftime. We'll add up a few stats and statistics and give them to you. Stats and statistics, that's the same word. Stats and figures for you at halftime. That's coming up next. Stay with us on WLA TV. Let's give you a few facts and figures, or stats and figures, for you here during the halftime intermission. Start with Mayville. 8 for Jenna Pasbrig. She leads them and is tied with Kiera Shea for second among all scorers, both teams. 5 for Rihanna Zimmer, 1 for Aaliyah Houston, 2 for Megan Shellpfeffer. That's the 16 for the Cards. For the Vikings, 1 for Becky Honecker, 2 for Siri Kuski, 3 for Ella Beertzer, 4 for Maddie Lair, 5 for Elena Supernand, 7 for Geneva Hewitt, 8 for Kiera Shea, and 12 for Kaylee Fry. Fry leads all scorers this evening. They're just starting the second half of play over at Springs. Found that live stream, and I'll just give you an update. I'm not going to do play-by-play on that. But it's a close game. Springs leads by 3, 19-16. So we'll see what happens here in the second half, but that would certainly be a eyebrow-raising scoreline should North Fond du Lac be able to keep that close and perhaps get a win there over there on the hill. Winner of that game, as it stands here tonight in our game, winner of that game will come here tomorrow. So WLA will host it, being the 1 seed, and we'll see if that's Springs or North Fondy. That's going to do it for this halftime intermission. I'll get some water and some snacks. They got popcorn here tonight. It feels like a real sporting event finally here in this weird pair of years, 2020 and 2021. But we got basketball, and that makes everything feel all right. How about that? 47-16, Vikes lead by 31. Back with the second half after this. So back with second half action here. Just a quick update again from the Springs game. Now up 11 in that second half over North Fondy. 27-16, a little more low scoring in that game than it is here at WLA. Supernand got the steal. Down the lane she goes. Can't get it to go. Tipped out by Fry. Ends up in the hands of Hewitt, who kicks it out. Nice ball movement down to Supernand. She's fouled and heads to the free throw line for her first trip of the night.
Cardinals foul number 11, Rihanna Zimmer for second, Keats first of the half.
And Supernand misses the first. Keep you updated on that game, at the very least. Second one hits the front edge and then crawls over and in. So lead up to 32 for the Vikes. Clark in the backcourt. Here is Zimmer. Houston to Clark, and they'll break the press. That off Pasbrig's hand, and it's stolen once again by Supernand, who crosses over and is into the front court. Supernand all the way down. Shovel pass across the lane to Fry. Finish and the foul. Kaylee Fry's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Pass from Supernand. Finish the first sentence before you start the second. And she makes that one. Once again, the only person moving on that and one free throw was Elena Supernand. Would have been an offensive rebound for sure. Just falling asleep are the Cards on some of these front edge, or the and one opportunities. So it's 51-16. Supernand, what a pass. That is weighted perfectly. Shea collects. And it's 10 for Kiera Shea. It always looks like Shea's never going to get there. Fry into the passing lane, gives it to Shea. Shea has it go off her head. She collects, kicks it out. Corner three on the way. That's would have gotten Hewitt into double figures. It's tipped out from Supernand. Here's a three on the way for Riley. Lair hits it. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Is Riley Lair. She's got 8 points. And again, if she starts to heat back up, Vikings are a different team. And they're pretty darn good when she's not shooting white hot, which she is right now. Supernand across the timeline. Ends up with Hewitt. Hewitt to Lair. Lair goes for 2 straight. This one looks good. Rattles home. Yes, sir. 2 straight threes for Riley Lair. She's got 11. And the Vikes going to pick up at half court now. 59-16. This is a 43-point lead now. Down the lane goes Zimmer. She's fouled by Fry. And we'll head back to the free throw line where she is 2 for 6 tonight. First free throw up and miss, that rattles home, sorry, for Zimmer. She had 5 in the first half, so got 6 now. Second one misses off to the right, and the rebound is collected by Hewitt. She gives to Supernand, who has to, oh man, she's got to be the front runner for Flyweight Player of the Year this year, doesn't she? Leads the league in scoring and assists, along with being a pretty good rebounder. Supernand down the lane, scores. That's what she does best, though. She's a great passer, sees the court well, thinks the game well, but she is a cold-blooded scorer. Here's Shelfeffer. Crosses over into the lane. Cross-court pass to Clark. Clark, shot fake. Down the lane she goes and gets, oh man, it rattled out. Rattled around, sat on the top of the rim, and then would not fall. That was a smart play by Pasbrig to take that timeout. Coach Schroffnagel's going to take the timeout. And we'll take it with him. Full timeout for the Vikings. We'll be back with more right after this. Into the ball game for the Vikings. Maddie Lair, Biertzer, Chemnitz, Keifenheim, and Kuski. Here's a backdoor cut from Keifenheim. She floats that one up, can't hit it. Good rebound, strong rebound from Pazbrig. Clark into the front court, back to Zimmer. Zimmer down the lane. Offensive foul is what the call is, as they'll say Maddie Lair was there in plenty of time, and they're going to go the other way with it. That's another one. If you have that semicircle that they have at the college level, that would have been a block, but they don't have it. I still think they should officiate that way and make that a block, because it is a dangerous defensive play to be standing underneath the rim. But if you've listened to WLA basketball on either level, or either side, Zimmer finishes, boys or girls, you're probably sick of me saying that, so I'll stop. Here's Biertzer, 61-19. Biertzer looks into Peyton Chemnitz. She gives it to her. Chemnitz kicks out top of the key. Keifenheim. Let's get past to Biertzer. Biertzer back to Keifenheim. Hallie spins. And to avoid the travel, she had to get rid of the ball, and that meant it was going to get turned over. Here is Zimmer. Zimmer into the front court. Cross court pass to Clark. Clark with a shot fake, drives, kicks, top of the key, 3 on the way, good. No, they'll say 2. They'll say Train had her foot on the line, so just a 2. And the lead is 40. Biertzer, shot fake, drives. Chemnitz thought about it, now drives herself, and has it knocked away. Here is Zimmer. Down the lane she goes, up against Kuski. A defense by Siri, not to get a foul. Offensive rebound down to Shelfeffer, and she was fouled as she went up for the shot. No, they're going to stay on the floor. Maddie Lair bumped her. And Springs has come out with the flurry. They lead by 16 now, 37-21. Great second half start for them, so we'll give you one more update on that one at the end of this game, if we have one, or when that game ends. And just to give you confirmation, as Shelfeffer finishes that one, because with a 38-point lead, I'm thinking the Vikings are going to be playing tomorrow, so we'll update you as we are able. Here's Keifenheim. She's going to shoot it, and that one misses just a little bit too short. Zimmer gets the rebound. She's going to run the point as well. Has it knocked away by Lair. Kicks it out. Shelfeffer thinks about the 3. Now going to pull it. Misses it short. One-handed rebound from Pazbrig. Nice, strong move once again. And she'll head back to the free throw line. Very good on the glass has Pazbrig been tonight. First on Biertzer. And that one good for Pazbrig, who has 9 points now. 8 in the first half for Jenna Pazbrig. Spins it on that right hand and releases. This one misses off to the right. So 1 for 2 for Pazbrig. And Chemnitz down with the rebound. Gets it to Lair. Down to the corner. Keifenheim, quick off the dribble. And Hallie floats that one home. Her first points of the night. She's got a pair. 63-24. And they're going to get a carry from Zimmer out top. So back to the Vikings. Down the lane goes Kuski. She's fouled. Vikes only have 11 dressed tonight, so probably going to see a lot from this crew. And then Becky Honecker, who's still on the bench right now. Kuski's first misses.
The Cardinals, number 4, Josie Bolter, and number 21, Hannah Wolf.
And the second one rattles home for Kuski. She's got 3. Lead back to 40. Here's Train. Gets it into Shelfeffer. That's batted around inside by Maddie Lair. And last touch by Lair, so stays with the Cards.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 10, Aaliyah Houston.
Here's the drive from Houston. Houston, nice running shot there.
Aaliyah Houston.
And Houston's got 3 points. Underneath to Beertzer. Beertzer throws up a hook shot of sorts, and she's fouled.
Cardinals foul number 10, Aaliyah Houston, her first, team's 5th.
First one off for Beertzer, and she gives a shake of the head.
Becky Honecker.
And the second one good for Ella Beertzer. Houston into the front court. This is Belter. And Ella Beertzer gets her hand on the dribble. Can't quite keep it in bounds. Here's Shelfeffer, near side corner. Dribbles out top of the key. Kicks it to Train. Skip pass to Houston, back down to Train, and they get Hallie Keifenheim on the foul here.
Vikings foul number 5, Hallie Keifenheim, her second, team's 4th.
First one good. Train another of these seniors for Mayville. And the second one is just a touch short. So Maddie Lair into the front court. And crosses over Shelfeffer. Now gives to Beertzer, who spins. Honecker into the game. She looks underneath to Kuski. Kuski collects, can't get it to go. Tries to get her own offensive rebound. She does so. Almost tied up under there. Can't get that one to go. Gets the third attempt to fall, does Siri Kuski. 67-27 into Wolf. Wolf puts it on the floor. And she drug the pivot foot, so back the other way for the Vikings. Peyton Chemnitz gonna check back in. She'll come in for Kuski. So the starters and Kuski, who has been their first player off the bench, kind of that 6th man role, or 6th lady role, all on the bench right now. Here's Houston, down the lane. Nice hustle to get in that passing lane for Aaliyah Houston, and she finished it on the other end. 38-point lead for the Vikes. Honecker into the lane. She throws up a little bit of a wild shot there. That's rebounded, though, with Wolf. Here's Train into the front court. Shelfeffer in the corner. Shot fake, now underneath. And Chemnitz almost tied it up. Instead, got her hand on a pass and knocked it out of bounds. So Shelfeffer will be the one to check it in for Mayville. And that's a pass from Belter to Train that's not completed. And Wolf will have to pick it up for the over and back call. So this possession should take it under 10 minutes to go in this regional semifinal. Winner will, well, WLA should win this one. And they will play tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Currently, their opponent would still be Springs, who holds an 11-point lead over North Fondy. First free throw up and good for Peyton Chemnitz.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 13, Morgan Clark.
Clark replaces Shellpfeffer. Second one for Chemnitz falls as well. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. And here's Clark. Train. Thought she was bumped. No whistle there. And it's stolen by Maddie Lair. Lair into the front court. Crosses over into the paint. Throws up a floater. Offensive rebound to Beertzer. She can't get that one to go. And a nice rebound from Train that time. Avery Train got the rebound to Houston. Houston into the front court. She turns around, kicks it out to Clark. Top of the key, Train 3 on the way. This one looks good, is good for Avery Train. She also got bumped. Maybe could have got an and one there. She's got 6 points here, all coming in the second half. Beertzer can't get that one to go. Houston able to get the steal. Gives it to Wolf. Wolf looks back to Houston. And she will walk it across half court. Now give it to Belter. And ends up with Train, who just hit that 3. Wolf has it. Wolf drives on Honecker. Has it poked away by Beertzer, and Belter saves it. Nice hustle by her. Back to Wolf. Wolf cross to Train. Skip pass to Clark. 3 on the way. This one misses just short. It's a good shot, just a touch short. And Chemnitz got the rebound. She's going to hustle up the floor. Nice cross-court pass. Beertzer finishes. Beertzer has 6 for the Vikings as they hit the 70-point mark tonight. Houston gonna shoot this 3. It was tipped, and a good job by Beertzer to make sure that didn't go out of bounds off of her teammate. Lair bounces to Beertzer, who brings it across the timeline. She's in between the circles, now gives to Keifenheim, looks back into Beertzer, gets tapped around, ends up with Chemnitz. She's gonna shoot along 2. Good box out there by Maddie Lair, and it's gonna end up with Morgan Clark, not able to keep it in bounds.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 11, Rihanna Zimmer, number 14, Jenna Hausberg. Into the Vikings, number 10, Siri Kuski.
Couple of subs in for both of these teams, as Kuski's going to re-enter for the Vikes. She has it here on this near side. Keifenheim in the corner, looks skip pass to Honecker. Honecker collects, shoots the 3. Looks like it's going to bank in. It does. Becky Honecker has 4 points, and it's 74-32. Pass to Houston. Houston straight down the lane, and she gets hammered, so she'll head to the free throw line.
Vikings foul number 20, Becky Honecker, her first, team's 5th.
Hey, there's the shooter's touch for Aaliyah Houston. Wrapped around the bucket a couple of times and fell. Second one good as well.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 5, Megan Shellpfeffer.
Yes, Houston up to 7 points. And then quickly replaced by Shellpfeffer. Under 7 minutes to play here. Maddie Lair down the lane once again and gets that one to go. Maddie Lair's got 6. Shellpfeffer quickly into the front court, gives it to Clark, back to Shellpfeffer. Thought about the 3. Shot fake, now drives on Chemnitz, gets all the way to the rim, blocked by Chemnitz, but she finds Pasbrigg falling out of bounds. That was an athletic play by Megan Shellpfeffer, and Pasbrigg able to finish. Maddie Lair gets it to Chemnitz on the other end. Count the basket and the foul for Peyton Chemnitz. Strong move to the rim and finished.
Cardinals foul number 13, Morgan Clark, her second the game for the Vikings, number 13, Ella Beardson.
And Chemnitz will make the free throw as well, so she's up to 5 points on the evening. And Beertzer's into the passing lane. Beertzer down the lane, gets it to go.
3-point basket, number 13, Ella Beardson.
Beertzer has 8. Megan Schellpfeffer. Near side, this is Train. Down underneath to Zimmer. Zimmer gets it into Schellpfeffer. Blocked. What a recovery defensively by Peyton Chemnitz, who's in the backcourt, and she gets fouled very aggressively by
Cardinals
Megan
foul
Schellpfeffer.
number 5, Megan Schellpfeffer, her first, team's 8.
That's the 8th team foul, so we will see bonus for Peyton Chemnitz. Free throw is strong from Chemnitz. Gets batted around, and Chemnitz gets her own rebound, gets it to Honecker. Honecker down the lane. Blocked. Nice block there from Pasbrig. And I think it's going to get tied up. Yeah, tied up. And going to stay with the Vikes. Good hustle by Schellpfeffer once again. Here's Beertzer. Honecker. 3 on the way. She hit it. That's the second 3 for Becky Honecker here in this second half. She has 7 points. Schellpfeffer has that one stolen. It's poked out by Beertzer. It's a 10-point game up on the ledge. 43-33 as Pasbrig gets fouled.
Vikings foul number 20, Becky Honecker, her second, team 6th.
And Pasbrig misses the front end. And second one is missed by Pasbrig as well. Foul on the rebound as Zimmer ran into Peyton Chemnitz. I wasn't sure if this was the case in playoffs, but once you hit 40 points, you got the running clock, so that's why that is still running. Chemnitz makes the front end.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 4, Josie Bolter.
2:09 to go in that game, by the way, over at Springs. And that one's good. Peyton Chemnitz 5 for 5 from the free throw line. She has 7 points, and Kuski will come in for her. Couple of minutes to go here. And Houston into the front court on that left side. Spins, kicks, Train. Skip pass, Pasbrig. 3 on the way, looks good. Rattles around and home. Jenna Pasbrig has had a nice night tonight. Get the final number. I think I got her for 14. That's a healthy output. Here's Kuski saving this possession for the Vikings. Honecker down the lane. I think that's going to be a foul. It will be. Honecker will go to the free throw line.
Cardinals foul number 3, Avery Troney, her first, team's 10.
First one misses for Becky Honecker.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 13, Morgan Clark.
And Pasbrig will get a nice ovation there for her 14 points. And a nice way to close out a career for Pasbrig as well. For Pasbrig, 14 points. Train gonna get checked out. She had 6 tonight. And I think Train's gonna come right back in probably for Megan Shelfeffer, get her an ovation yet, as that one's stolen by Kuski. Kuski to Lair. And Becky Honecker. A lot of contact there, and they call it. Does the running clock go all the way? Yeah, I guess it does go all the way out. So I don't know if they're going to have WLA shoot it or not. I don't think so. Refs look like they're headed off the court, so that'll do it here tonight. 87-39, and that was a strong showing for the Vikings in the first round of the playoffs. It is 46-35 with the Springs player at the free throw line trying to salt it away with a minute 21 over there. So it looks like, unless there's anything drastic happening up on the ledge this evening, in anything drastic that can happen in 81 seconds. Looks like it's going to be WLA versus Springs Part 3 coming up here tomorrow night. 7 o'clock is the time on that. Trying to do some addition here, some quick addition. Kiera Shea finished with 10 points for the Vikings. Riley Lair hit 3 threes. Good to see her finally getting those threes to go once again. I think she was 3 for 3 tonight, in fact. She had a 2 as well. She had 11 points overall. 2 points for Hallie Keifenheim. Siri Kuski had 5. Maddie Lair had 6. Ella Biertzer had 8. Becky Honecker had 7. Kaylee Fry had 15. Elena Supranand had 8. And Geneva Hewitt scored the first 7 points of the game for the Vikings. Did not score again, but the Vikings did not need that this evening. 7 also for Peyton Chemnitz. Everyone that was suited up for the Vikings tonight scored, all 11 of them. Keifenheim with 2, Kuski with 5, Lair with 6, Becky Honecker with 7, along with Hewitt and Chemnitz. Scoring 8 points for the Vikings was Ella Biertzer and Elena Supranand. 10 for Kiera Shea, 11 for Riley Lair, 15 for Kaylee Fry. 48-37 up there at Springs, under a minute to play. So I think it's pretty safe to say, now you can't ever just make assumptions about high school basketball games. Figure that out in a hurry. But I think it's pretty safe to say Springs will probably be the Vikings' opponent tomorrow evening. That game's set to tip off, as this one did tonight, at 7 o'clock. So hope you join us for that. Vikings trying to win a regional final, and then see what happens with the seeding situation for the sectional round of the playoffs, when they will likely have to take on the likes of Racine Lutheran or Oostburg or potentially Howard's Grove. Vikes ranked number 2 in Division III and looked like it tonight. They win it 87-39, looking to keep some momentum as they head through this potential playoff run. 20-0 is the record for the Vikes, and that'll continue with their season coming up tomorrow at 7. Hope you'll join us. I'm Jordan King saying good night on WLA TV.